All right, this video is on lesson 6-3, solving systems of equations using elimination, specifically addition and subtraction with elimination. So just a quick review so far, we have talked about how to solve a system of equations by graphing, by using substitution, and this is the third and final way, elimination. And you can actually solve with elimination just by adding or subtracting, or by multiplying or dividing first and then adding or subtracting, but we'll go over this in the next lesson video. We're focused on this right now. So whether you use graphing, substitution, or elimination to solve a system, that system is going to have the same answer no matter what. It's either going to have one solution, x comma y, it's going to have no solutions, or it's going to have infinite solutions. But it's going to have, that system of equation will have the same answer whether you graph it, whether you use substitution or elimination. Okay, so our first example here looks like this. 2x minus 3y equals 14, and x plus 3y equals negative 11. So the one thing I notice here is, first thing I notice is that I could use substitution, right? I could get x by itself, substitute, I could do that. But the second thing I notice is that both of my equations have this 3y term, right? So I am going to use elimination. I'm actually going to add these two equations together, and one of those variables is going to cancel out. That's my goal. That's why it's called elimination. You want to eliminate one of your variables. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the y's since they're the ones that have the same leading coefficient. They match. Now I know the signs are different. That only tells us that we're going to add them together. Here at the end of the video, we're going to show what to do when they have the same sign in front. We actually subtract in that case, but when they have the same coefficient with different signs, you're going to add them together. Okay, so we're just going to add all like terms. So 2x plus x gives me 3x. Negative 3y plus 3y just gives me 0. And 14 plus negative 11 gives me 3. Right? So I just eliminated my y variable. So now I can solve for x. 3x equals 3. Divide both sides by 3, and x equals 1. Now the funny thing about elimination is you start by using elimination, but then to find the second variable, you have to go back to substitution, right? So once I find the first variable, then I'm just going to substitute it back in to find the second. And it does not matter which equation you substitute it into. You will get the same answer for y no matter what. So I'm going to use this first equation, and I'm going to say 1 plus 3y equals negative 11, minus 1 from both sides, 3y equals negative 12, and so y is going to equal negative 4. So my solution to this system of equations is going to be 1 comma negative 4. Solution. Okay, that's my answer. So we're going to do like 3 more examples like this, then we're going to do some where we have to subtract, and that's all for this video. All right, next equation we're going to use is 3x minus y equals negative 9. 3x. And negative 3x minus 2y equals 0. Now, it just so happened that these both have to have a 3 in it, just like up here we had 3's. Okay, it just happened that way. But the main thing is you want to pick out your variables that have the same number in front. Sign doesn't matter, just the number. So these don't have the same number. This has a 1, this has a 2. They don't match. 3x and 3x, those match, okay? And since their signs are different, again, just like we did up here, the signs were different. When the signs are different, we're going to add them together. Okay, so 3x plus negative 3x is 0. Negative y plus negative 2y is negative 3y. And negative 9 plus 0 is negative 9. So I have negative 3y equals negative 9, and I need to get rid of that negative 3, so I divide. Same thing here. Why did I divide and not add 3? I know that maybe seems super obvious to you guys, but that's a mistake I see a whole lot. People see, oh, minus 3, so I'm going to add 3. Because you're undoing whatever's being done to y. So here, it doesn't say y minus 3. If I said y minus 3, then we would add 3 to get rid of that minus 3. This is negative 3 times y, or y times negative 3. So to get rid of times negative 3, I have to divide by negative 3. Okay, so those go away. Y equals negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I get 3. Okay, once I've used elimination to find the first variable, then I just use substitution to find the second. All right, so it doesn't matter which equation I use here. I'm going to use the top one. 3x minus y, and y is 3, equals negative 9. Add 3 to both sides. Divide by 3, x equals negative 2. So my solution would be x comma y, negative 2 comma 3. Okay, let's do 2. My kids are outside playing. Let's do 2 more. 3x plus y equals 4. And 2x minus y equals 6. Okay, so here, the 3x and the 2x don't match. They're not the same number. But the y's both have a 1 in front, or nothing, right? So they match. So this is what I'm eliminating. And these have the different numbers with them, so... Sorry, I just got a phone call. Since the signs are different, I'm going to add. So 3x plus 2x is 5x. Y plus negative y is 0. And 4 plus 6 is 10. So 5x equals 10, divide by 5, and x equals 2. Okay, and then once I know one variable, I substitute to find the other. So I'm going to go back up here. Doesn't matter which equation I'm going to use. I'm going to use the top one. 3 times 2 plus y equals 4. 6 plus y equals 4. Minus 6 from both sides. Y equals negative 2. Okay, so my solution here is 2 comma negative 2. Easy peasy. Let's do one more where we're adding, and then we'll do something. My kid's screaming. And then we'll do one more where we're subtracting. 2x plus 2y equals negative 2. And 3x minus 2y equals 12. All these numbers seem like super alike. 2s and 3s. We haven't used any 7s or 8s or anything. I don't know. Maybe we'll see those soon. And here, the 2 and the 3x... Did I just do this one? No. The 2x and the 3x don't match, but the y's both have a 2 in front, so they do match. And the signs are different, so we're still going to add. We're not combining them. I know, like, when you have a plus and a minus sign together, you take them away and replace it with a minus sign. Don't get that confused here. We're not putting them together. We're just saying, okay, what operation do we need to do here to make these cancel out to 0? If we subtracted, this would be 2 minus negative 2, and minus negative 2 becomes plus 2, so 2 plus 2 would be 4. That doesn't work, right? You have to add them together when they're opposites, and then they cancel each other out. Okay, so 2x plus 3x is 5x. 2y plus negative 2y is 0. And negative 2 plus 12 is 10. So super similar to the last problem. 5x equals 10, so x equals 2. And then we're going to plug that back in to solve for y. So 2 times 2 plus 2y equals negative 2. I'm using that first equation. 4 plus 2y equals negative 2. Minus 4 on both sides. Divide by 2 on both sides. Y equals negative 3. So my solution here would be 2 comma negative 3. Okay, I hope that's making sense with elimination. The whole idea is find the leading coefficients that match and then figure out, okay, do they have the same sign? Then I add them. If they have, do they have different signs? Then I add them. If they have the same sign, if they are both positive or they are both negative, then I will subtract. So that's what we're going to do next here. Let's start with, I'm using that worksheet to go off of. It has a whole lot more on it than just a few examples. So, all right, 6x plus 5y equals 4, and 6x minus 7y equals negative 20. All right, so here the y's don't match, but the x's do. However, the x's are both positive. So if we added them, they wouldn't go away. They wouldn't get eliminated. When they both have the same sign, we subtract. Okay, so 6x minus 6x is 0. 5y minus negative 7y is really 5y plus 7y, which is 12y. And then 4 minus negative 20, it's a double negative, so it's really a plus, gives us 24. So we've got 12y equals 24. Divide by 12, and y is going to equal 2. And once we solve for the first variable, again, we just use substitution to solve for the next. I'm going to just plug it back into this top equation. 6x plus 5 times 2 equals 4. 6x plus 10 equals 4, minus 10, so 6x equals negative 6, and x equals negative 1. So my solution here is negative 1, comma 2, x, comma y. Okay, let's do another one like that. Still using elimination, but when they have this, when the matching coefficients have the same sign, then we subtract. So we're going to use, let's do 3a plus b equals 1. And then a plus b equals 3. Okay, so here, the a's do not match, but the b's do, right? So then the next thing I look at is, okay, do their signs match? Yes, they do. When the signs match, I can't add them because my whole goal is to eliminate, and b plus b is 2b. It doesn't go anywhere. So I'm going to subtract when they have the same sign. B minus b is 0. 3a minus a is 2a. B minus b is 0. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So 2a equals negative 2. Divide by 2. A equals negative 1. Okay, and then I'm going to plug in, to go back and plug in to find b. I'm going to use the second equation here. So I'm going to say negative 1 plus b equals 3. Whoops. Add 1 to both sides. B equals 4. Okay, so my answer, just always do it alphabetical. First letter, comma the second. Negative 1, comma 4. Yeah, if they use stuff that's not X and Y, if it's like M and L or P and Q or whatever, just put them in alphabetical order. First letter goes first, second letter goes second. Easy enough. Let's just do one more. All right, last one. X minus 3y equals 11. And 2x minus 3y equals 16. Okay, so here the x's don't match, the y's do, and they have the same sign in front. So I'm going to eliminate these, and to eliminate them with the same sign, I got to subtract. Excuse me. X minus 2x is negative x. Negative 3y minus negative 3y is really negative 3y plus 3y, which is 0. And 11 minus 16 is negative 5. So I get negative 1x equals negative 5. I need to get rid of that negative 1. Divide, divide, x equals 5. And once I figure out what one of the variables is, then I just plug it in to solve for the other. I'm going to use a top equation. 5 minus 3y equals 11. Minus 5 from both sides. Negative 3y equals 6. Y equals negative 2. Excuse me. So my solution here is 5, negative 2. So hopefully that's making sense. On the next video, part 2 of this lesson, it's actually multiplication and division. It's actually lesson 6-4, not 6-3. So it's not part 2, it's a whole nother video, but it's still using elimination. We just have to do a little bit more work to our equations before we can add or subtract them. Okay, so stay tuned.